This your boy did know about back in the video. Say, man, I hate saying I told you so, but I told you so. This is the first episode of Cooking the Group Chat because I told the group chat we got a podcast on Quiet Heart Media called Hoop Historians, and I told these dudes when James Harden went to the Clippers and they started losing that it wasn't his fault. Everybody want to blame James Harden for the Clippers 5 or 6 game losing streak they had before James Harden bailed them out with a 4-point play to beat the Houston Rockets after he stripped Jabari Smith. James Harden's been playing good, bro. They just keep it a buck. James Harden's been playing good since he's been to the Clippers. Well, I ain't even just gonna say playing good, but he's not been the problem. And I've been saying that for all along. I don't even like James Harden. I'm just gonna keep it a buck. I don't like James Harden. I don't feel like he maximized his potential, even though he has a great career. I feel like he's always been selfish. He's been a playoff dropper, and he's been an overall negative to a team. But I didn't want to blame him for this Clippers situation, not yet, because it wasn't his fault. I was telling these dudes in a group chat that it's been Paul George and Russell Westbrook who have not been living up to expectations during the time Harden got there, bro. They've been in a shooting slump. They have not been playing good, bro. And it's clear as day if you watch the games. I think in the Knicks game, Paul George went for like 2 for 11, bro. Paul George was bad. Paul George was bad. Paul George was bad in the Brooklyn game after being good. Paul George was good for a whole half against the Brooklyn Nets, and then he just fell off the map. I think he had like 16 first half points. He ended the game with like 24. Or he had like 18 first half points. My thing is, man, Paul George just been in the shooting slump. Podcast P, the guy that he said he was gonna be on his bully and he gonna be doing this and that. He's just been shooting bad. He's been shooting bad. He was shooting bad the whole time. Before James Harden, they was 3-2. Paul George was 47 of 84, 56 from the field. Russ was 32 of 62, 52% from the field. After James Harden, they were 6-1. Paul George, 41 of 107, 38%. Russ, 30 of 76, 39%. And you say, oh, what about Kawhi? What about Zubac? Plumlee got hurt. Okay. Kawhi, he was shooting 46% before Harden, 43 of 94 from the field. After James Harden, 42 of 93, 45%. Consistency. Kawhi's the same guy with Harden. He's the same guy without Harden. Whether the shot attempts is up or down, Kawhi's been the same guy. Paul George, drastic drop in field goal percentage. And it seems like he's been taking more shots. Russ, massive drop in field goal percentage, bro. It's not rocket science, man. The Clippers went on their long-ass losing streak because Paul George and Russell Westbrook weren't shooting good. They weren't shooting good, bro. Shooting slumps happen. Podcast P is in a shooting slump right now. Paul George and Russell Westbrook, they went 10 for 31 yesterday in a win. In a win. James Harden, I think he shot like 70 something from the field. He had like 24, 9, and 7 or some shit like that. Kawhi did a little bit of his thing. You know, Kawhi hit some big shots down the stretch. I think even Paul George hit a big shot down the stretch against the Rockets. But we not finna sit here and act like James Harden, as soon as he been there, he been a problem. I think he been like 4th or 5th in shot attempts damn near every game he's been on the Clippers, man. He got cooked by Luka, but shit, everybody get cooked by Luka, bro. It's Luka Doncic. So we just got to keep it a buck when we talking about basketball and be fair. When it's James Harden's fault, best believe I'm gonna be the first one to tell y'all, like, hey, James Harden stinking it up. Look, he doing this, he doing this. I'm gonna tell y'all, I'm gonna keep it a buck. But right now, Paul George and Russell Westbrook have been playing bad. Paul George is in the shooting slump. Russell Westbrook should have been on the bench. It is what it is. We just gotta call a spade, keep it a buck. James Harden has not been a problem since he's been on the Clippers, bro. It's been a shooting slump from Podcast P. Russell Westbrook been supposed to been on the bench. And it is what it is. I'm not gonna be long-winded about this, but I you see, I did wait till James Harden hit this game winner against Houston and all this, whatever. But that's a good Houston team. That's a solid Houston team. I think they a bit overrated now. But that's a solid Houston team. That's a good win for the Clippers. And it came down to James Harden being good down the stretch when we know he's not usually good down the stretch. But we're not going to sit here and act like, because now people finna come out the woodworks and be like, oh, go look at Paul George and how he was playing. I think, because I ain't go stun. I stopped watching the Clippers. After like that Brooklyn Nets game, I was like, yeah, I don't know if I I could keep watching full games of this. Paul George was playing that bad, bro. He was playing that bad. And I don't think he gonna continue to play that bad. He just in a shooting slump. But it just the perfect storm. It was just the perfect storm for James Harden. He came into the Clippers while Paul George was going through a shooting slump. Yeah, the proof is in the pudding, bro. The proof is in the pudding. James Harden was not the problem during the Clippers losing streak. James Harden was being James Harden. He was dialed back. He was 4th or 5th in shot attempts. When it's really gonna be his fault, best believe I'll go tell you. I'm gonna tell you when it's his fault. It just wasn't his fault. Paul George went from 56% to 38%. Russell Westbrook went from 52% to 39%. Kawhi, he went from 46% to 45%. Consistent. Paul George, Russell Westbrook weren't consistent. And that's just the moral of the story, bro. But this many people didn't know about how y'all feel about James Harden and his fit with the Clippers. What's they ceiling? What do y'all project them? How good can they be? Do y'all still got them in the playoffs, play in? Just how are we feeling about the Clippers at this current moment in time after this big Rockets win? And yeah, this your boy didn't know about. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, please. It helps a lot. And I cooked my group chat. Trying to put it all on James Harden? No. Trying to excuse the bricking of Paul George and Russell Westbrook was just absolutely crazy. So I'm gonna be playing the messages throughout the video so you can see cooking the group chat. And let me know if I cooked the group chat. Just let me know. I cooked you dudes. But it's your boy didn't know about. I'm out.